Right there, today we're doing an experiment to find out which fuel of these fuels here, which fuel is the best fuel. So we're looking at which has got the most energy and various things. So this is the equipment I'm going to be using. Now I'm going to be heating up some water. I'm going to be putting some water in these and we're going to see how hot they get. So first of all, I'm going to measure out 10 millilitres in each of these. So it's got to be a fair test. If we don't measure the same amount of water, it is just not fair. And we're not going to get a sensible answer. And it's all about sensible answers. And that's at 15. Don't want that. A little bit more. Use a pipette, be super accurate. There we go, 10 millilitres. Right then. So, I've got three fuels. I've got this one here, vegetable oil. And I've got another one here, which is ethanol. And I've got a third one here, which is called butanol. Now, again, I've got to make this a fair test. So I need a bit of wick poking out of all of them. I need a little bit, roughly the same size. And I've got to make this test tube the same distance away from it. Just get it adjusted. Oh, this is way out. Can't have that. Bring it right down. Fair test. All the variables just the same. Right, I'm going to pop the thermostats in. Thermostats in, I'm going to give them a moment just so they adjust. But I mean, they're all at room temperature really. So it should be roughly 20 degrees. And if I look at this one here, we are indeed on 20 degrees. And we're going to burn these and we're going to see which one's best. Move that down slightly. Right, so again, to be a fair test, we've got to burn the same amount. We could measure the amount of fuel and we could measure a certain number of grams. I think the easiest thing is if we just measure it for a minute, we'll run it for a minute and then we'll see the change. So that's lit. 1, 2, 3. We'll time that for a minute. All right, now that one's a bit hard to light, that one. So let's have a look at them. Now, this one, burning away nicely, thank you very much. This one again. This one's looking a bit, well, this one's definitely a bit slower and it's a bit blacker. I don't know if you can see around that side. Look at all that black smoke that's there. That's disgusting. This one here is starting to go a little bit black, but not particularly. This one here looks very, very clean. Now, it's coming up to, it's about 40 seconds, so I'll give it a little bit longer. Now, I can actually see this one's bubbling away. This one is getting very, very hot. It's bubbling. That one did start first, though. And this one is, well, that one's starting to bubble as well. Right, that is coming up to a minute. So, this one has risen. Well, that looks like the hottest. That has hit boiling point. That has reached 100. That has reached about 78, the ethanol. And the last one, the vegetable oil, has reached 55. So I would say vegetable oil is definitely the worst. It makes lots of black smoke. It's horrible and manky. And it doesn't heat it up so much. This one here, the butanol, appears to be the best. It got the hottest On the other hand, it does make a bit of black smoke, so that's not perfect. This one's the cleanest. If you're burning this in your house, this would be the nice and cleanest. It would be the least horrible, but it doesn't have quite as much energy as butanol. Anyway, that's the experiment. We heated them up. We made it a fair test by having the same amount of water and the same distance, starting at the same temperature, and we burned them all from the same time, and that's what we got.